Hey everyone, Bombadil here, and today I'm bringing you some more World of Tanks action as well as some group play as I'm joined by SideStrafe and Phil, aka Sean Lang. Their info will be in the show notes below. Now today they're both in Tier 7 tank destroyers, but as I don't have one myself, I go with my Tier 7 German heavy tank, the Tiger P or VK4501P, which has similar characteristics to a tank destroyer, namely strong frontal armor, and in the case of the Tiger P, a decent damage gun with nice penetration. Now, in real life, the Tiger P was a prototype tank, which never made it into full production with only a few ever actually being made. But for the sake of the game, the stats are as follows. It's rather slow at 35 kilometers per hour. Its armor values are 200 millimeters in the front, 80 on the sides, and 80 in the rear for the hull armor, which is twice the frontal armor of the standard Tiger heavy tank in World of Tanks. And for the turret, we've got 100 millimeters in the front, 80 on the sides, and 80 in the rear. And mine has the 88mm gun with a 6.98 rate of fire, 203 or 237 average penetration depending on what shell I'm using, a 240 average damage, and a 0.34 dispersion at 100 meters, making it a decent sniper gun. So without further ado, let's jump into the action. Now what we tend to like to do when we group up is fill in the gaps of our team's deployment. On this particular map, in this game mode, it's very likely that most of our team will head to the north and to the right, basically the hill. We'll move to the hill, and it looks like that is what's happening for the most part. So what we're going to do is Phil and SideStrafe are going to set up kind of in an overwatch position a little south of where we spawned, where they can watch both the cap point as well as the right and the left side of the map for the most part. I'm going to go a little bit further south, essentially to the area where you would spawn in if this were the regular game mode on this map, where I'll be able to cover the cap point as well as the southern side with this other medium tank and maybe some of the arty helping as well. So see, you can already see the enemy team is pushing the hill. We're starting to push the hill. That's usually the area of first contact, and there is first blood. One enemy tank down. Now this map is called Malinovka, but it is commonly referred to as Campinovka because of the camping nature of this map. Nobody wants to rush out into the middle and suicide, so people tend to get some spots and camp for a while. Let's see what happens. That's one down on both sides. You know, as these are basically battles of attrition, regardless of the game mode, every tank counts. And now we're down one. Hopefully we can turn that around. There's another medium tank spotted by ours who's scouting the other side. Being brave or foolish, not sure. But let's see if I can get some shots on this medium across the field here while the rest of the team focuses on that hill in the north. Having a pretty hard time though getting any shots lined up. This tank is behind cover. There's buildings there and there's some walls, some wooden walls and bushes and so forth. But we noticed a tank in front of us. Tiger, a standard Tiger tank, moving out. I think I'll be able to get a shot on him here in a moment. Our team is pulling ahead. Well, I take some shots at this Tiger. Got a hit. Setting up for the next one. Another hit. Now he's walking right into what should be a good shot for Phil or SideStrafe. I obviously didn't pen on that hit. Bad aiming. Not sure what happened there though. I must have just completely missed. But Phil finished it off for a kill on our team. We are up by one. See if I can contribute again to this medium. Our medium over there is almost down, but I just cannot get a shot on this guy. But again, got a tank in front of us. Let's see if I can get something in on him. And there's the kill. My first kill for the match. And again, I'll switch back and see if I can do something to this medium tank, but he's basically, I don't know, just behind too much cover. I can't get a good shot on him. I'm trying really hard. I feel like I could take him out with a well-placed shot, but I just can't get that well-placed shot. I can see our team is kind of melting on the hill. They've taken the hill. They got a couple heavy tanks up there, and it looks like I'm going to lose my shot on this medium tank. If our medium tank goes down. Frustrating. I'm basically wasting rounds, damaging my stats here, and getting a little nervous because I can see that we've just completely melted up on the hill. But thankfully I have Phil and SideStrafe still to cover that side, so I don't have to be too worried yet. It's still anyone's game. It's even. Alright, so they're coming down from the hill. Their heavy tanks are advancing. This medium tank is going to be lit up again on the south by our tank destroyer that's pushing forward. So again, maybe I can get some shots on him. There's a shot. Gonna go blind. I missed, but Phil did take a kill up north, which is putting us in the lead. Our tank destroyer finished off that medium tank that I could not get a shot on. Gonna remain in cover for the time being, although I am getting anxious to push forward at this point. We know that basically all their tanks are over there on the right side in those trees or thereabouts. As you can see, that tank destroyer is out of the trees, but he's heading for cover. Another one of their tank destroyers up top. They have 3 tank destroyers and 3 already left. The already are likely to be all over in those trees in the lower right-hand side of the map. And at this point, I'm communicating with Phil and SideStrafe, thinking about pushing out there. And yeah, I'm just going to go for it. See if I can get some lights for them. Well, there's 2 of the tank destroyers. The other one's up on the hill, and one of the Arty. And it looks like our tank destroyer there is going to probably take out some Arty. An Arty party for him, hopefully, before he goes down. See if I can get a shot on that tank destroyer. Gonna do a blind shot. I take those every once in a while, but my last 2 have not paid off. Okay, so we lost our tank destroyer, unfortunately, which means they have 3 TDs left, 2 over here, 1 up on top of the hill, and 3 Arty. As far as I know, they're all going to be over here in the woods somewhere. Best place for their cover. We have 1 more tank than they do. We have the advantage. I'm going to push across here. I'm feeling extremely vulnerable here, and in a moment you'll see that I am right there. Smacked on the side, not too much damage. See if I can finish this guy off now that he's lit up. Okay, I know he's right there. Invisible tank reappeared. See if I can get the last shot in here and get my second kill. There it is. 2 kills for me, 2 for Phil, while SideStrafe continues to give us cover. Now here, unfortunately, I make a mistake, which is I put myself too far out there and right here turn my ass to the enemy. Now what I'm trying to do is basically, you know, the already had me dialed in there. I'm trying to get away, but what I do in the process is give them my weakest part of the tank, and they take advantage of that, and essentially I get super lucky. I make it to cover before they finish me off, which basically 1 more shot I would have been out. Phil is coming to my rescue, as you can see on the mini-map there. He's moving into position. He's going to take that southern road and try and help flank with me. At this point, I don't want to reveal myself too much because, like I said, it's just 1 shot and I'm out. So I'm going to wait for Phil to catch up while SideStrafe and the other TD and the Arty cover the advancing tank up on the hill, that enemy tank destroyer. Hopefully they can hold their line while we push our side. So I think Phil's somewhere around 50% armor or health left still. So he's in decent condition. I'll wait for him, let him push first, and see if we can flank these guys and win the battle. Alright, Phil is moving into position on my right side here. There he is. Hi, Phil. So I will get behind him and we'll make this push. So yeah, I made a bad move there. I paid for it. But hopefully I can survive. I'll make it to the end. Phil looks a little bit more damaged than I thought he was. Hopefully, he doesn't become primary target for these guys out here. There's a TD. Nope, that's an artillery. I couldn't get that shot, but Phil got him, thankfully. There's the TD that I was looking for. See if I can get him. Did some damage, and Phil finished him off. That's 2 kills in a row for Phil, putting him up to 4 kills. I've got 2. Again, while SideStrafe continues with covering fire, supporting us in our push here. Now, Phil is vulnerable. He was tracked there. Thankfully, he repaired and was able to move before Artie or the other tank destroyer dialed in on him. I think the tank destroyer is still up on the hill. There's the Artie. And Phil got the kill. That's putting him at 5 kills. At this point, I'm telling Phil, or I'm suggesting that he holds back and let me light up the next Artie so that he can get 6 kills, receiving the Top Gun award. I always like to help a teammate get that, even if I don't know them. It's a fun award, and we'll see if we can get that for Phil. I'm moving into the lead position to see if I can light that up for him as he waits for me to move into position. And SideStrafe is still covering the hill where the other TD was last seen. We don't know at this point where he is, though. He could be moving into our position. He could be moving towards theirs, but we do have our other friendly TD advancing on the hill who will hopefully light him up. Now, where is this TD? He's got to be right over here somewhere. And, in fact, he is. He's right there. Got a shot, but I'm letting Phil take it, and there it is. Phil got the 6th shot and Top Gun. Awesome. But unfortunately, Phil got immediately taken out by the remaining TD, who I'm hoping will not put a well-placed shot on me, finishing my match as well. Let's see if I can avenge Phil's death. Get this guy lit up. There he is. He is advancing on us. And there he goes. The end of the match. We did it. As always, thank you for watching, and get out there, play some games, have some fun, and I'll see you on the other side.